Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats.
Look at that fat fuck. Ate all the food, didn't share a crumb. Now he's passed out, drooling all over the place.
Such cruelty, leaving us to starve like this.
I wonder what he's dreaming about.
What a futile thing to ponder.
I don't think he's smart enough to dream.
Where's the other one?
Same as usual, standing over there, staring at the fucking wall.
What is it about that spot?
I'm starting to have my doubts about how this dungeon's being managed.
No kidding! I saw one of them use a Phillips head thumbscrew on a flat-headed prisoner.
I'm sorry to say it, but I'm starting to think our king's a moron. What was he thinking, putting these two dummies in charge of our royal dungeon? I should be running this joint.
You?
What hubris!
There'd be big changes around here, I can tell you that much.
Oh, you'd really turn things around.
Not since Kaiser or Alexander of Macedonia has there been one such as you.
Give me some credit here. I've been watching how things get done around here for some time, and I got a few good ideas.
Like what?
For starters, I think it's high time someone kicks the dust off that rack. Let's get some of these undesirables properly stretched.
Stretching is important.
And when was the last time you got to chew through a torso?
I hate that.
Are you kidding me? It's what we're born to do.
What part of being forced into a cage and put to the torch do you find most pleasurable?
The part where I sate my bloodlust gnawing through a guy's guts.
Sometimes I worry about you, Monty.
You really should discuss your wrathful fantasies with a professional. Perhaps a doctor could employ a leech or two to drain some of your hot blood.
I suppose you think you could do a better job if you were in charge, eh, Vincent?
I understand what motivates people, and if I wanted to get greater performance from these guards, I'd simply employ my cardinal three-pronged approach.
Birds with tridents. I like it.
You must demonstrate that you value those in your employ.
Really? You value these fuckwits?
The second principle, set expectations and trust your standards can be reached. Bah. With the proper dose of support.
I'd rather dose them with poison.
You'll have a tough time supporting those two. They're so much bigger than you, Vincent.
What are your expectations? They'll shit, fart, sleep?
Finally, a leader who isn't seeing goals met must yield to accountability, following up with poor performance with a scroll that outlines a professional plan of action
Enough of this nonsense, Priscilla!
Ah!
Why are you screaming?
Because you frightened me!
I've been standing here this whole time.
What about him saying your name did you find so woeful, Priscilla?
Why am I so frightened? Well, I guess I plumb forgot my name.
You... Oh, Priscilla.
Stop it! You're scaring me to death!
Oh, God. I thought it might be fun to hear what you'd do if you were in charge, but now I'm not sure I could handle hearing it.
If I were in charge?
No, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, Priscilla.
Priscilla?
Is this how you greet Lord William? Come now, stop staring at that damn spot and wake him up. Put some brands onto the fire. It's time we go to work.
And who the fuck are you?
As I said, Lord William, didn't you get the king's raven? I've been put in charge of this festering cesspit of a dungeon. There will be a lot of changes around here, starting now.
Well, shit, now we're talking.
I give him 2 days before he quits.
I don't know about this new boss man.
You haven't even given him a chance to settle in. Why, he's barely had time to uncrate his halberd.
I kind of like him. Been here the whole day, and not once has he tried to squash me.
He's stepped on me thrice
He has?
and cursed me to damnation all 3 times.
Well, I stand by what I said.
He's just not the right man for the job. He's in way over his fucking head.
Not ambitious enough for your liking?
He's clearly motivated, but I gotta question his priorities.
No, we need more light. It's far too dark in this corner for me to concentrate. Yeah, that's the problem. Not enough light. I should be able to see the fleshy pulp after my fingernails are torn away.
Where's the zealotry for pointless interrogation? The panache for torture? Where's the passion to inflict lasting bodily harm?
I don't believe the king would have assigned Lord William to oversee his royal dungeon without some modicum of grit or carnal inclination.
I'm sure he's got the right stuff to be the psycho of your dreams.
Is that blood on my boot? This is Roman leather, you dolt! Do you have any idea how expensive these boots are?
Your gloves aren't Roman leather, are they?
Egads, man, there's blood on them too? This is disgusting. Why, there's blood everywhere. Yeah, I've been meaning to contact the health department about it.
Maybe he's into bloodless carnage.
I think we might have to move. I can't have my name associated with a cut-rate dungeon like this. I got a reputation to uphold.
I've heard the Britons have made some impressive innovations in impalement and crucifixion.
And the weather in Spain is nice this time of year. The rain is hardly ever on the plains.
Nah, if we're doing it, we're gonna live it up. There's only one place that really elicits the proper amount of horror and malice.
Don't so much as utter the name.
Jersey?
Far worse, I fear.
Grab your coats. Siberia, here we come.
Now, Monty, you know my rheumatism doesn't do well with cold weather.
And I'm deathly allergic to snow.
You are not. Snow's water. No one's allergic to water.
Tell that to the witch they put on trial last month.
If she had indeed been a witch, she wouldn't have drowned. She would have floated like a duck. That's just science.
Snow makes me sneeze. I'm allergic.
Because you snort it, Priscilla. Why are we still here? We need to get out of here. If you don't want to go to Siberia, there are plenty of other places I could see myself thriving. Byzantine, Castile, Stockholm. Anywhere there's men, there's a possibility for bloodshed.
But isn't Lord William a man?
That's debatable.
He may not be precisely amenable to your requisite desires, but we, the rats of this dungeon, should not be overly concerned about the comings and goings of lower life forms. These men are but entertainment for us, nothing more.
Yeah, and they're funny looking too.
Banal, hairless bodies.
Dumb faces.
Absurd genitalia.
Besides, Lord William's not so bad. He leaves a lot of table scraps.
You see? Silver linings. And perhaps you'll grow to prefer his more delicate approach.
I fucking doubt it.
Oh, you oafish dullard! Now you've really done it! These pantaloons were handcrafted in the Orient! I'll see that you're flayed for this! I'll be wearing your skin and teeth next season! Your head will be on a pike, your body hung from hooks, and put on display outside the city walls to ward off the next fashion-impaired nitwit! Children will fight over your fat toes to use as skipping stones! Your tongue will be drawn and quartered, and your measly, tiny, disgusting genitalia will be fed to dogs!
Told you they have absurd genitalia.
Well, shit, now we're talking.
Oh, you'll rue the day you ruined this outfit.
Dungeon Rats.
The pagans have many gods. They worship nature. But none of their gods is more powerful than the sun. The sun, they say, brings life. I'm not a pagan, but I do believe in God. And it's hard not to feel his presence standing in the light of the sun. Truly, this is God's country. Ah! Oh, God, you idiot!
Oh, I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Don't hand me the ear. Just put it into the bucket. No, no more. No more.
I'm not feeling so good all of a sudden. I'm going home. Fuck you guys.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously, for I loved you well so long, delighting in your company. Greece lives all my joy.
You should be helping to
Greece lives.
clean. If Lord William comes back and sees this mess, he's gonna go crazy.
He's gone for the day. We have the whole weekend to relax.
TGIF.
You'll never guess what I found. It's gonna change our lives.
The bastard king's true lineage?
A tiny waistcoat you can wear without pants?
An accurate model for the planet's rotation?
One of those musical instruments that goes boing.
A link between infant mortality and poor hygiene.
A bard with humility?
No! It's a treasure map!
Maybe it will lead us to 3 tiny waistcoats.
Fuck that! We're gonna be rich!
With what? Useless coin and jewels?
Highly overrated, if you ask me.
You're not seeing the big picture. Gold, silver can be bartered for cheese!
Why bother with a fiscal-based economy of bartering and labor when you're as proficient as we are at simply pilfering what we want?
Because I'm tired. I'm tired of skittering and scraping just to get by. With this map, we could have all the cheese in the world!
I don't think I could eat all the cheese in the world.
Swiss?
Havarti.
Gouda!
Monterey Jack.
Blue.
Ugh, you know I don't like moldy cheese, Priscilla.
Leaves more for me. How do we use that map?
We simply have to make our way to the X. X marks the spot.
Dungeon Rats.
That is not a map, Monty.
Yes, it is. And X marks the spot.
See? There's an X right there.
Yes, But where's the map portion of this supposed map?
The whole rest of it.
A lot of curvy trees and mountains and rivers.
That is scrawl.
I know it's a scroll.
No, those markings. They're scrawl. Writing. Text.
Ooh, a test. We'll have to pass a dangerous trial to get to the treasure. Let me grab my hat. It's time for an adventure.
But X marks the spot, Vincent. X marks the spot.
I've heard the phrase, but I also know sign at the X. All that X will lead you to is a contractual obligation, I'm afraid. Well, don't leave us in suspense. Read the contract. I'm very curious as to what type of deal Lord William has entered into with the crown.
Read it? Fine. Good. Read. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yes, make haste.
Story time! Story time!
Curb your expectations, Priscilla. What we're endeavoring into isn't some epic poem. Monty will shortly be filling our ears with the poetry of legalese.
All right. I'll just read this parchment.
I'll get you started. Once upon a time...
Let the rat read.
I'm sorry. From here on in, I'll be as quiet as a mouse.
Ugh, stupid fucking mice.
I hate them so much.
May their souls rot in hell for eternity.
I appreciate your sacrifice, Priscilla, but I think we'd both prefer to hear Vincent read it.
Why me?
Well, isn't it obvious? You're a classically trained thespian who studied under the greatest players of the stage.
Studied is a bit of an exaggeration. I merely ate their scraps before the theater burned down.
Under mysterious circumstances.
But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to stretch those rusty muscles and sink into the juicy role of a royal lawyer. Fine, it's settled. I will read the contract!
Thank God.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Vincent, the stage is yours.
Me. Brrrr, brrrr, brrrr.
What are you doing?
You sound like a dying cat.
Ugh, stupid fucking
I
cats.
hate them so much.
May their 9 feline souls rot for eternity in the sulphury fires of hell. I am warming up my instrument.
You should do that in private.
Without further ado, this contract marks that William Murray Vincenzi, Lord of the Realm of Spicoli, is hereby banished by the crown.
Whoa.
What a twist!
Until his penance has been paid by no less than 3 years of service to the throne.
3 years?
How do you pay in penance? I thought they used coin.
During this 3-year period, he must toil in the dungeons of Bloodstone Keep, directing daily operations and overseeing confinement, torture, and executions.
Oh, the good stuff.
Imagine a 3-year period.
I wonder what this man did to deserve such punishment.
Murder? Arson?
Public urination?
He could have taken someone important hostage or caused a plague that ravaged the whole village.
Or maybe he tried to marry one of the king's hounds.
I'd like to think it was something bloody and heinous.
Either way, I believe we could find some leverage in taking a deeper look into Lord William's past.
Find the skeletons in his wardrobe.
Well, shit. I think you might be on to something.
Dungeon rats.
Ah! Oh! Ha ha!
Oh, very good, sir. Very good. Most impressive. Most impressive.
Thank you, Rochester.
Might I suggest we retire for the evening? The hour is late and you have not eaten today. You will feel much better with some food in your stomach.
Yes, you're probably right. Still, I find it incredibly disheartening to believe that I have been banished to this insufferable place.
Perhaps you would like some pheasant, sir, or some spotted dick.
To think I would embezzle the king's treasury and steal the queen's jewels.
A sham. A ridiculous accusation.
Rochester, you're my only friend, my trusted and loyal manservant. Oh, Rochester, it seems that you have forgotten my halberd. Go back and get it. What a tragedy. My lucky halberd gone without a trace. Rochester says he thinks it was stolen from me. Who would dare steal from Lord William? Wouldn't that villain, whoever they are, know what I would do to them if I ever got a hold of them?
Well, what would you do to them?
What do you think, you imbecile? Let's work this one through together, yes? I am Lord William, the dungeon master of Bloodstone Keep, feared throughout the kingdom for my ruthless ability to use the implements of cruelty such as thumbscrews, iron maidens, and the rack to... Meaning any scoundrel who dare steal from me would expect long, excruciating... what?
Explanations?
Torture!
He's right. This is torture.
The man certainly has a halberd-shaped hole in his heart.
I've never seen anyone so worked up over the loss of a pole arm.
Can't blame him. A good sharp weapon is hard to find.
Could these two guards be the fools who stole this man's halberd?
Nah, I don't think they got what it takes. Whoever did this must be dragging around the largest set of balls in the land.
Or the largest death wish in the land.
I wonder how many of his enemies Lord William has felled with that missing weapon.
Probably a lot.
Maybe even 3.
It was bad enough all my precious belongings were lost during the move to this dreadful keep. Poor Rochester, after all this time, I believe his age may have made him incompetent.
My lord, a message.
Who dares enter this dungeon?
Forgive me, my lord, but I have a message.
What message?
Yes, the Baron. He's abandoned his post.
Where did he go?
Same place as everyone else, I'd wager. Far away and very fast.
Another cowardly soul fleeing this abandoned keep. I care not.
Yes, my lord. Only there's a delivery at the gate, and the Baron isn't here to fulfill his duties.
A delivery? What kind of delivery? Torches. Torches, yes. Your weekly supply. Weekly supply? There have to be hundreds of crates. Are they all torches? Torches, yes. Your weekly supply. Oh, and barrels of animal fat. Well, what is the animal fat for? Well, fuel for the torches, yes. Your weekly supply. There are all but a dozen people in this keep. Why would we have need for so many torches? Torches? Yes. Your weekly. My weekly supply, yes. I refuse to expend finite resources on such waste. Load it up and be off with you.
But, sir, we need those torches to ward off the goblin attacks.
Goblin attacks! Did you hear that, Rochester? They need the torches to hold back the goblin horde! Well, I knew the people out here would be a bit backwards and superstitious. But goblins!
Guess I better grab my sack and try to catch up with the Baron.
It might be prudent. Wanna buy a torch?
Dungeon Rats.
It's very sad, but we'll have to demolish this whole section to make room for the upscale tavern.
So sad. But they'll have those artisanal cheeses I like, yes?
Oh, yes. The farm boys said they'll have to cut the calves off from nursing to get the cream, but
Do what you have to do. Yum, yum!
we'll add additional space to stable horses to prepare for the uptake in tourism you envision.
Great! People will flock here once we've improved this horrid place. Of that I have no doubt.
Yes, sir.
And what of the stocks?
The stock, sir?
We'll need to increase corporeal punishment to keep out unwanted types. And make sure to put it somewhere over here. I want to be able to see any floggings from my coffee nook.
Of course, my lord, it will be as you wish. Would you like another gallows as well? Shall we add a grandstand for spectators to watch the executions? Folks could bring their families, buy a large lunch, and make a whole day of it. I thought together we could erect a giant canopy by the front gate. We could sell official Bloodstone Keep merchandise to help pay off all the renovation costs.
An event to remember! I like that. Do you think the blacksmith could make those little spoons? My mother used to collect those.
There was a powerful king. He had 10 wild dogs. He used these dogs to torture and kill any jester who failed to make him laugh. Now, the king has a favorite jester who's never failed to make him laugh. He calls on him on one of his particularly bad days to cheer him up. The jester comes in and no matter what he tries, cannot cheer the king up. And the king orders him to be thrown to the dogs. The jester looks at the king and says, I've served you for 10 loyal years, and yet you do this to me. The king was unrelenting. The jester says, please, at least give me 10 days. 1 day for each loyal year I served. to get my business affairs in order before you feed me to the dogs." The king agreed. In those 10 days, the jester gathered his wealth and bribed the guards to let him feed the dogs for those 10 days. And when those 10 days were up, the king ordered the jester be thrown to the dogs just as he was sentenced. When they threw him in, everyone was amazed at what they saw. The dogs just walked over and started licking him and sniffing his dick. The king was baffled. He said, "What happened to my dogs?" The jester looks at the king. He says, "I served these dogs for only 10 days and they didn't forget my service. I served you for 10 loyal years and you throw me the dogs at the first shitty joke." The king realized his mistake and replaced the dogs for crocodiles.
Oh, the jester. I remember him. He was fantastic.
His jokes about the king fell flat, but his execution was great.
Oh, you scared the dickings out of me. I told you to come incognito. What is that on your face?
It's my disguise. It's pretty clever, isn't it?
It's a disguise? You look like a pig wrestler.
That's what I was going for. Blending into the environment. Camouflage, they call it in my line of work. It's crucial.
Well, you've hit the mark. Very incognito.
Thank you. A man in my profession has to be able to slip past even the most alert guard, completely undetected.
I hope so, because if you're discovered, you'll be tortured until you give up the names of your accomplices. We'll both go to the gallows for sure.
You think any dungeon can hold me and torture? Ha! I grew up in a household with 5 sisters. I can face torture.
I'm a dead man walking. I believe that fool may have caught on to me. I took you too far when I sold all of the old Flop's belongings during the move.
You really hate that man, don't you?
Let's just get this over with. This is the last gemstone. This jewel, it was the queen's centerpiece. Its value is immeasurable. It should be enough for me to get a ticket away from here, to be free from Lord William at long last.
It is worth nothing without a buyer. My employer is paying you handsomely. Now hand it over.
Show me the gold.
Is there a problem?
Did you hear that? You were followed, you muddy buffoon!
That's not possible. I was careful. What the hell is that? We're completely surrounded.
Dungeon Rats.
Well, we can call off the search. We found my halberd.
I don't think we can rule anyone out. That's all I'm saying. The whole purpose is to find the culprit. The first step in any good investigation is rolling out unlikely suspects.
I think we can rule out the King of France.
And I don't think Edward the Torso Boy did it either. You jest, but this is how a procedural works.
Lord William seems pretty pissed Rochester was found dead beside some stranger.
I think he's jealous.
Indeed, the relationship he had with his manservant seems a little complicated.
Like how in the spring, the bulls complicate the heifers.
I could have done without the visual, Priscilla.
Do you think Lord William could have done it? One of those love triangles?
Only if you can rule out a love square. Or rectangle. Ooh, or a love rhombus.
For all we know, it could have been a love pentagon or a hexagram. Why, these guards could have committed homicide as a bid for Lord William. I've seen these guards do some pretty nasty stuff.
One time, the mean metal-headed one made the stupid bald one clip his toenails.
Ew.
Gross.
But they don't seem like the killing type to me. More like the skin 'em alive and dip 'em in lemon juice to keep 'em alive, so you can skin 'em alive all over again type.
True. They usually give the cleanup work to the executioner.
No, don't even mention the executioner!
I don't even want to think about the executioner.
Until we know for sure, any of us could be the killer.
Dun dun dun.
If we had had those torches, it would have kept out the goblins, and Rochester would still be walking around, creeping up the place.
How much longer must I endure your ignorance and insolence? I am leaving, and when I come back, I don't want to hear another single word about goblins. Goblins!
Do you think he's gonna die?
I don't know. Probably.
Do you think they'll replace him with someone even worse?
I don't know. Probably.
Dungeon Rats.
Why didn't he get up? Is he dead?
Well, he wasn't moving.
Put that image out of your mind, Priscilla. You won't want to remember him like that.
What? With his body all broken and twisted like that?
What was the last happy memory you had of Lord William? Think on that.
Good advice! I can choose to always remember Lord William joyfully disemboweling that Scottish rebel.
The way he'd want to be remembered.
My life flashes across my eyelids. Moments of brilliance, charm.
Cake?
Moments of pizzazz, remarkable talent. A boy of great promise, growing into a man rendered...
Did someone say cake?
rendered...
Where?
A man rendered impotent by a
Break
vengeful...
room? Whose birthday is it?
monarch. Are you even listening to me?
Right. Sorry. Continue.
I was accused of stealing the crown's jewels.
Oh, don't get greedy, Mammon. Make sure to save me a piece of that cake. Go on. I'm all ears.
It's a complete farce. I'm no cutpurse and would never steal so much as a crumb of bread from the king. Because the jewels have yet to be found, I've been exiled to a remote keep. That's where a disgusting goblin pushed me down the stairs, and that's the last thing I recall before waking up here.
Well, checks out. Oh, hump day, am I right? Sorry, can I get you some coffee?
No, I'm fine.
You sure? I could scoot right into that break room and be back lickety-split.
This place is nothing like I expected.
Really? How did you expect it to look?
Oh, rusty cages, heavy chains, lots of torture. More like my place of employment, I suppose.
Oh, so this isn't like where you work? No?
No,
Middle management? Yeah. What am I missing here?
there's been a mistake. A man of God, such as myself, I don't belong here. I'm supposed to be in heaven with Jesus and the angels, not here.
All the shenanigans you got up to back on Earth? No. You haven't convinced anyone that you're innocent of stealing the crown's jewels. But what I'm looking at doesn't really make any sense.
This whole experience surpasses understanding.
You're not on any of my spreadsheets. I'm not a huge Excel nerd, so maybe it's just my limited understanding of functions. I just learned VLOOKUP this morning. How cool is that? This isn't my typical 9 to 5. You know what I mean.
Not one word of it.
I'm a temp. They usually put me in the putrid wallow. If we were feeding the great worm of foul putrefaction, I'd be killing it right now. But, Microsoft Office? That gives me migraines.
I can only imagine what any of that means.
This isn't even my cubicle. This pen, that mug, the cat picture, none of this is mine. Normal desk jockeys on PTO. Great benefits down here. You wouldn't believe it. The parental leave. Oh, mwah, chef's kiss.
What do they call you?
Call me.
What is your Christian name?
Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree there, buddy. Oh, they call me Gerzazex the Deplorable.
All right, Gerzexig. Enough! You've wasted enough of my time!
Yeah, you're right. And I'm really sorry about the runaround. It's not my intent.
I am an important man.
Ish.
Deplorable. I need actions. What can you do for me?
Well, if it wasn't almost lunchtime, I'd ask if you'd like to speak with my manager. But, I'm a bit hangry myself, because I got a case of the 12 o'clocks. Real low energy. I'd feel a lot better if I could take a little trip to the old break room
You
and...
can't stop thinking about that cake, can you?
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Barbara from accounting! Happy birthday to
Go!
you!
Be rid of you! Go! When you get back, I'll clear up that misunderstanding about the crown jewels that I did not steal, and you can get me out of here!
My sisters, my brothers, gather unto me. I come bearing great news. For I have struck a devastating blow to the human commanders. And I have taken their treasured bloodstone. This bloodstone tips the scales of the war.
3 cheeses for the Swiss circling the maple. 7 for the Italian when it's pizza time. 9 for the Greek dressed in toga robes. 1 for the poodle-loving French mime. At the Keep of Bloodstone from Lord William's bowl. 1 dry meat to flavor them all. 1 toothpick to bind them. 1 cashew to woo them all. And in the charcuterie, bind them. At the Keep of Bloodstone in this mouse's hole.
Would you looky here? A mouse helping itself to our cheese.
Your cheese I got here first. I call dipsies. Get this through your little mousy mind. That's nacho cheese. Yeah, it is.
As Lord William is the dungeon master of Bloodstone Keep and we are dungeon rats, proper etiquette would dictate it is ours by proxy.
Come on, let me enjoy my precious cheese.
You're not gonna like that cheese when I smack the taste out of your mouth.
You threatening me? I'm just a little mouse. We'll kick your little mousy tail. I'll tell my big brother.
Ooh, rodents gonna get their big brother! I'm so scared my brain's amygdala has released high levels of adrenaline, causing my extremities to tremble.
Come on, rats! Leave me alone! Don't mess with us, mouse. Don't you know we're local? Aw, man, no fair.
Fucking mice! That's our cheese! Still, it feels a bit wrong stealing from Lord William when he's probably in hell?
I can see him now. Oh, I'm burning! Oh, Abraham! Just one little drop of water for my tongue, please!
You two are rotten picturing him in hell like that. I'm sure he's in the other place.
Yeah, right! You're hilarious, Vinny.
Hey! Excuse
Where's
me,
this guy
pardon.
going?
Oh, shut up!
Come
Stop
on.
complaining. You're in heaven.
You have to wait in line like everyone else, my man.
No, I don't. I'm a special case. Gerzazag, the deplorable, sent me.
Who?
No one knows who that is.
What a creep.
Get back in line.
You're not St. Peter. Who or what are you?
I am a biblically accurate angel.
Yuck.
Step aside. We gotta keep this line going, pal.
Oh, you don't understand. A demon from hell told me to come directly to the front, saying you'd be able to help me.
A demon in hell?
Yes, Gerzazak the Deplorable, like I said. He said there's been a mistake, and you'd be able to sort things out for me.
Okay, you got about 40 seconds. Is William your first or your last name?
Can we hurry this along? I have tea time with Moses.
For real? Who is this asshole? He still has about 30 seconds.
Until what?
You must be new. Let's see. Sir William.
Lord!
Don't do that! I thought the big guy was watching.
Oh, you thought I meant the Lord our God. No. But isn't he always watching?
Believe me, you're not that interesting, my guy. Let's see. Bloodstone Keep. Nope, nothing in the books.
How can that be? Not on the list for heaven, not on the list for hell. Where, pray tell, am I supposed to be?
You're down to 20 seconds.
Does this kind of thing happen a lot?
Not really.
Then why limit the time that we have to get to the bottom of this? Don't you want to help me?
Oh, that's not it. You'll see. You know how everything's supposed to feel good in heaven?
Come to think of it, I do feel pretty good.
My skin is so tingly.
My nipples are rock hard.
I can taste color.
It gets even better. Every 10 minutes or so, things get real interesting when rolling orgasmic euphoria sweeps across the departed soul.
Orgasmic euphoria?
You're gonna love it.
Once the spirit takes over, I doubt we'll be able to concentrate on your problem, I'm afraid.
Then make haste! This is of the utmost!
Whoa, so premature.
Always happens the first time.
You are here too early. It's not your time.
Then I have to go back?
Unfortunately, your earthly vessel is in no condition to sustain you anymore.
What happens now?
Fear not, for as usual, I have a plan.
All right, God, what's the plan? I don't fit into heaven or hell, so what? You put me in my grave, is that it? The big dirt nap for the rest of eternity? Wait, what's encasing my body? It's not soil, it's wet. What is this place? It's dark and dank. Oh, look at me all crumpled up in this cramped space. It's so hot in here and uncomfortable. Oh, God! What have you done to me?
What a sad occasion. Tonight, they lay Lord William's body to rest.
It's not all bad. At least the wake will be fun. Lots of nibbles.
The prosciutto.
Those crackers.
The open-toed shoes. I'm back!
Go away, rodent, before I get mad and chew off your ears.
Quiet!
I'll grab you by your tail, spin you around really fast, and we can see if you can fly.
No, you won't.
Then I'll stop your eyes out.
Ew.
You stupid mice! You think you can push us around? We're rats! Any rat can take any mouse any day of the week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah!
I guess I should tell you, I didn't come alone. Behold, the greatest gladiator of all mouse wine, Gargantuan!
Yeah, I'm not fighting that behemoth.
Hey, God, I've been in this cage a long time with nothing to do. Can I get some dice or something?
Dice?
You're in that cage for being a degenerate gambler. No, we're not giving you dice.
Oh, come on. I'm bored out of my mind.
My mother used to say, there's no boring days, just boring people.
All right, Vinny. It's your chance to show us what you got. Me? Monty, I'm a lover with the soul of a scholar. If I'm going to do battle, it will be with cutting words, not paws and teeth. You're the one that's always discussing violent acts. This is your wheelhouse, not mine. I swear I'd do it, but I woke up with a stiff back.
Look at that mouse with his weak chin and glass jaw. Ah! Hey, Ugly! You better think about what you're doing, 'cause you aren't ready for the hurricane that's about to hit ya. Is he, Monty?
Easy, Priscilla. You're winding him up. I don't think we need him to be more angry.
What are you? A bunch of cowards? Cowards? You have no idea what kind of deranged lunatics you're talking to, do you? Do yourself a favor, mice. Run.
Oh, I just remembered. There's somewhere I'm supposed to be right now.
All right, Gargantuan. I tried to warn you. Now I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I'm gonna hurt you real bad.
You're gonna hurt him? Are you sure about this, Priscilla? That mouse, I saw him shaved one time. He has 6 teardrops tattooed under his eye.
I've never been so sure about anything, Vinny. I'm gonna wear this mouse's skull cap as a hat.
I'm small. Tiny fingers on an infant's fist. Oh, I see now. I've been rendered a fetus and given the opportunity to start anew. Opportunity for a different life on a fresh parchment. Oh, ho, ho. Will I begin the path with the knowledge of the last? What a grand opportunity to learn from past mistakes, to be better, to walk a gilded path. Is that? That must be my mother. Oh, there's nothing like a mother's love. To experience being held in the arms of someone with unconditional love for me once again. It's so beautiful I could cry.
I'll break you.
You're gonna look real stupid picking up your teeth with 2 broken arms. Well, let's get ready to rumble!
What I wouldn't give for just a little action.
You kidding? I'm on the edge of my seat over here.
By what?
That?
That?
Vinny Monty, the cheese! Vinny Monty, the cheese!
Oh, now we're talking! A crust of bread on the mouse!
What the hell? I'll take that bet.
Come on, mouse! Come on! Papa needs a new pair of shoes!
This is the greatest day of my life!
Settle down! You're making a big enough racket to wake the dead in here!
What is that noise?
Don't make us break out the hot pokers.
You ready for round 2, Twinkle Toes? Come on, get up! Get some! That's right, you better run! What in the world?
How How many times have I told you to clean up this disgusting dungeon? You've ruined my Italian leather boots!
Boy, this is one nutty dungeon.